That's really a good question, though, coming out from my brother Pika, telling about or asking about the you know the story about having a
Mm.
great team. But right now we are having some action, and there you go. Our team is really something else on this battle. Our team is our AVR Inferno, really trying to showcase how good they are right now. Racking up 3 kills. They got a complete squad, and looking at the map, someone is about to get closer using that Snowbee right here. That's going to be our team, our Royal Esports team, Furious. Let's see how
Yep.
furious they are. They might be
Mm.
experiencing any gatekeep gameplay from our AVR. Let's see if that's our that is something that we might be seeing from our AVR right now.
Can I just say something? Man, I remember those during the good old days where people would just sprint away from the field. You know, like
Right.
I'm gonna be such a purist here, ladies and gentlemen, because I encountered BR when it was still just in its very raw form. We didn't have armor back in the day. I'm gonna speak great people here, man. Like just for a little bit, we didn't have no shields back in the day. All we had were med kits and adrenaline shots. But anyways, getting back to the action over here, that is a really old
Oh,
claim.
geez, brother.
Absolutely OG, but here we go. So we're looking at a bunch of eliminations here already, ladies and gentlemen, and please do let us know if you're hearing us clearly as well. So, ang tawag ko talaga dito is sa zone natin, sa unplayable zone, Super Clark, is I call it the Blue Grim Reaper. I always call it in almost any BR game that I play because it's so unforgiving. Pantay-pantay kayo lahat. There are no pros and no amateurs when it comes to the Blue Grim Reaper. But speaking of people who have been playing quite a while, look at Sigra, still putting on a lot of this work. Super Clark. Not to mention they've upgraded their entire squad already, right? In terms of utilities, in terms of their classes,
Right.
already fully stacked. Let's see. Oh wow, dude, I have not seen a ninja in so long, man. I have not seen a ninja in so long.
But that's one of the classes right now that
Right?
they're definitely using. And you were right in saying that they're really fully stacked because their classes have been upgraded. And that's going to be our Sigra Academy doing their homework once again, making sure that they got all of the resources that they needed. I think they're just basically waiting right now to get their own juices from the arsenal for their own loadouts. But right now, someone is getting closer. That's going to be our Team K. Let's see if they can destroy that vehicle ATV and really trying to get away. Really wishing that those long range shots really connecting at all so that they will be able to have a great explosion. But true enough, our Team K is really fast. That's your TDC right there. Nefarius, they're really truly furious right there using that ATV just to try to get away and able to survive.
Okay, so here we go. Some of these teams naturally would take it a bit slower here, ladies and gentlemen. So again, we do have a handful of eliminations already. Very rainbow colored map that we have so far, like a box of cereal. But let's see how this is gonna go for the rest of the teams because again, this is anything goes, right, Super Clark. So a lot of what's gonna happen here. There are no class bans, and we. Oh my gosh, this is another thing, Super Clark. Look at this! Look at this! Look at this. Okay, I rest my case. This is this is a completely different VR, but again, I'm not hating on it. Beautifully done here. And again, as these teams are slowly trying to reclaim some of their teammates, I was already surprised to see a board here. Super like, yep, there's a jackal. That's a jackal right there. That is a jackal, a huge jackal. Super like, I'm still baffled by this. I am in awe. I'm just staring at it.
That's the reason why our VR being more interesting to play right now because a lot
So
of strategies
flavorful.
that you really need to know that you really need to make in order for you to win. But right now, looking at it from our Team M, that's your Royal Esports, that's your Team Vitality solidified. Can they solidify their performances tonight? Can they be vital in winning this battle? Oh my god, what a great explosion right there on that vehicle. And that's really a huge damage that they took coming out from our Royal Esports. And just like that, in front of them, that's going to be our Hilas Esports Team Alpha. Let's see if there will be any exchanges or any engagement from these two teams. Looking at a map, looking at from the back of our Team M as well, we are definitely seeing our Team V Invicta coming in over, swimming in. I think that's going to be the one that Brother Pika is talking about, the hover bot and a jackal. Oh my god, we're definitely having a smaller circle. Let's see what's gonna happen because our Team F really flying out already because he really believes that he can fly.
Pardon us, I think we don't know what stage this is already. or how many circles we've been, you might want to orient me on that because we missed a bit of the action, right? So, having said
Right.
that, I just wanted to check like how far forward are we? But judging by how little the circle is now, or rather how small the safe zone is already, we are really narrowing this down to the wire. I'm really not so sure who's gonna take this because I believe some of the teams are really rather more complete when it comes to their utilities and stacks. Their skills gonna replenish a lot faster than the others. So let's see how this is gonna be. And look at how this Yasu, I think, able to. Wow, that was an S36. That was an S36. Unbelievable stuff. So I'm so surprised at how this is already turning out, super like because a lot of these weapons that I used to not pay attention to now are actually doing a lot of the work. Magnificent.
That is definitely true. And the one that we just saw earlier with the S36, because of the great huge damage coming out
My
from
gosh.
the XPR first, XPR 50.
Yeah.
There we go. A lot of players right now using that XPR because of a huge damage that
Oh,
it
yeah.
can make. And it was really a fast and easy sniper that you can use in our battlefield. So that's the reason why a lot of players right now, before, if you remember, Brother Pika, they're using M21, but right now the meta that
Oh,
we are
yeah.
definitely seeing in terms of sniper, a lot of players using XPR 50,
XPR,
and that's what we witnessed earlier with the combination of S36 from his teammates, and that's the reason why it was really an easy and quick kill. Here we go, high ground, but that advantage did not materialize because AK-47 being used coming out from Ferrari of our team G. That was really freaking crazy, and going up to the high ground, which is really finding a perfect angle right now, getting a lot of juices as well from that supply boxes. That's something else already, and how clever you are in using that high ground advantage. That's really something that we are about to witness, how smart you are. In our team F, really only having one player left right now, and as we speak, 7 teams to go, Brother Pika, and 13 soldiers on boots. Who will be crowned champion? What team who will rise up at the end of our first round?
Yeah, very interesting. C9 Ferrari again. This is not looking good for for the entire squad. But again, at this point, it's already a matter of time before survival really kicks in, and that's what I was talking about. You see how Tina, Ann, and Jin never actually got the chance to, I believe, to upgrade their utilities, their skills. So that really is quite tragic. I did bring up that point earlier, Super Clark, because some of the teams here may have already been denied that, right? So upgrades are very scarce. They're not really for everybody. So, or at least they take a while, right, before they replenish, before they can actually be reused by any of the teams. And by the time that they do get to the upgrade station, there's a huge chance that they'll be fished out by a squad who already beat them there. So this is going to be really tight. I believe we only have what, 1, 2, I think the 4, maybe even more. I'm not really so sure. I think we're already at stage 5 here. So 5th phase of the circle.
Right.
So let's see how the rest of Summit, I'd say C9, Royal, and SF, how they're gonna go about this, and DD as well. So let's see how these teams are gonna start to recollect around standoff. And
That's
now
something
it's
that
quiet.
we are about to witness. That's really close right there, brother. And we are definitely having a small circle right now. And we still
Very.
have 6 teams to go and 10 soldiers alive. Royal, on the other hand, our team M Royal Vitality really being vital. So you can see right there, they're really having a good position. And as you can see on the camera right now, our team I, Team Father Roos, let's see how crazy they are. This might be a chaos location we might be having because they are just patiently waiting right now for the circle about to shrink in no time, and this going to be a chaos that we are about to witness because our team V Summit is also right there, really trying to secure that spot, really trying to be tactical at the same time, patiently waiting right now, and a lot of teams doing the same gameplay as you can see. And our team F, the only player alive right now from our team F, that's your Royal Furies right here. Let's see if he can do some claws because he is not really moving any muzzle at all. Just to make sure that his footprint will not appear to any HUDs of the remaining soldiers.
Yeah, very close towards the safe zone here. Just playing around by the edges of the circle. Really interesting classic play, I would say. But of course, one of the more important factors here, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that you will have to relinquish that position sooner or later. Again, as I mentioned, there is no favor here on the side of the Blue Reaper. So there it is. They're moving in.
Woo!
Ooh, but Royal gets another casualty, I'd say. But, and again, self-inflicted, if you will. Now, here we go. This is going to be a scuffle. Oh, I think we have a winner already. That is it. That is it. My goodness, Super Clark. And after all of that, after that entire build-up, it just took seconds for us to see our very first winner for our squad battle royale. Interesting.
That is definitely true, and that's the reason why I'm telling you earlier that it might be a chaos whenever we are
Oh, man.
patiently waiting for the smaller circle. And now Royal Esports Vitality getting the first round right away, and Naizu getting the MVP with 10 kills. Can you imagine that one? And a deserving victory dance for our first round champion. Once again, Royal Vitality solofied.
Beautifully done, beautifully done. And you know, it's also fun because I hardly got to see any offensive class skills. Right, it really just boiled down to I'd say discarding, right? It came down to game
Right.
sense. Despite the fact that Bond didn't have any frags of his own, the whole team really was there for him, able to pull through with all of these adversities. And again, I'd say, we sometimes see longer battle royale matches, right? But I'd say because of how eliminations were so quick and so they arrived so fast, it's a pretty intense scenario we're in. We could not even see who falls where. We can't even see which of these members actually became the casualties. It was pretty fast. I think one thing that we can point the finger at here, Super Clark, is the fact that there are points for frags. So, having said that, Royal, as you said so yourself, a good 10 kills for the MVP. Who knows how many more for the rest of the team that we didn't get to see. But nicely done. Very beautiful start for our Battle Royale. I hope you guys are over there in the comment section. Show us some love and show love to the teams or the players that you'd want to see further.
There you go. And a crazy win from our Royal Vitality once again. What a round. What a Jack 12. If you just notice right there, 3 Jack 12s being used in AK-47 at the end of that round. Royal Vitality really vital on our first round, being dominant. So let's see what's going to happen. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break right here. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And we're still here.
Humanity is doomed to repeat the same cycles again and again. We will have our Perry someday. This I promise you. I die. Take her far from me. New life. There is no escape.
Targets in sight.
We tied for the lead. Hunter killer.
Targets in sight.
UAV recon ready for deployment. Hunter killer.
Enemy in sight.
Predator missile on standby.
Contact with enemy.
Ma merveilleuse fille Sophie. I'm leaving this message in case, in the event of my death, you will hear many things about me. That I am a murderer, a monster. They may be right. But above all else, I am your father.
Sniper down. Targets in sight. Targets in sight.
Hunter killer.
I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. Die. Take her far from here, to a new life. Humanity is doomed to repeat the same cycles again and again. We will have our parry someday. This I promise you. Die. Take her far from me. Your life. There is no escape.
Targets in sight.
We tied for the lead. Hunter killer ready for deployment.
Targets in sight.
UAV recon ready for deployment. Hunter killer.
Enemy in sight.
Predator missile on standby.
Contact with enemy.
Ma mother used to be Sophie. I'm leaving this message in case, in the event of my death, you will hear many things about me. That I am a murderer, a monster. They may be right. But above all else, I am your father.
We have gone even further down the line with our squad BR for the day one of Garena's Esports Day 2023. Yours truly still on the mic, bringing you the action, Pica and Super Clark. So Clark, we just saw an amazing start, and care of Royale, we had our first victory. We have 3 more matches to go, and this is going to be one heck of a ride. Granted, how many teams are participating?
That is definitely true, and that's the reason why you gotta show some love and support to all of the teams you are supporting by just typing !notify with a hashtag of your clan name. And since just like Brother Pika said, our Royal Esports team Vitality winning the first round, so the question now is, how long are they going to be consistent? Can they duplicate their performances moving on to our round 2? Who knows? Because we might be changing the map from isolated to blackout map. So who knows? Maybe another team will rise up. Maybe our Xeon Esports that we all know how good they are, they might be crowned as champion moving into our round 2. So those are the things that we might be seeing, and that is something that we need to find out, how crazy the battle moving into our round 2.
And okay, Blackout, right? I mean, don't worry, don't worry. I know what you're thinking. I actually did get to play Blackout, alright? So I'm gonna stop the assumption from this point forward. You boomer haters, I'm just kidding. But anyways, here we go. So having said that, I do believe that Blackout, should that be the case, should we be going to Blackout, blink blink, we're gonna have a change of tone here. But this is where we are so far, Super Clark, when it comes to the teams in terms of points. So again, it goes to show that kill points / eliminations are actually very important as well.
That is definitely true, and that's the reason why, as you can see, the most total points would be our crown champion, Royal Esports Vitality Solidified with 21 total points, and followed by last Esports Team Alpha with 13 total points, and with the same scores from our third and fourth. As we all know, Xeon so high, really, flying high on our first round with 10 kills. So let's see how high enough that they're going to reach before being on top against our Royal Vitality. Same thing with Invicta with the same scores. So let's see what's going to happen. We are definitely starting the game right now in no time because we still have 20 seconds to play before we start our round two. So, Pica, what team who will be rising up on our round two?
I think HE's gonna get. I think HE's gonna get it back. I have a huge feeling. I'm not gonna make that a prediction, but it's a guess, right? It's more of that than anything else. Now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that the flight is already underway. Here we go. Yep. Definitely one of the most dreaded locations that you'd want to be in. Here we go so far, Super Clark. Now we're gonna go on a north to a northeast push over here, flight path wise. Let's see who among our teams will be actually brave enough to start deploying near Lighthouse. Granted that it's a very aquatic based part of our map. So, and I'll say it out loud, Super Clark, Nuketown Island, definitely a dreadful place for me. A lot of bad memories, of course, gameplay wise, because of how sometimes if a circle lands or ends at Nuketown Island, it is so difficult to sustain.
That's right. That is definitely true. So we are seeing two teams right now, or three teams sharing the same location in Nuketown Island. And as we all know, we are playing in a Blackout map. This is a bigger map compared to isolated maps, so we might be seeing a lot of mobility actions going on right now on our Blackout map, and a lot of sniper as well. But this time, let's see if we won't be seeing any Jack 12 once again, but definitely we'll be seeing a lot of mobility actions going, like the hover bike once again, who are being used earlier, and my brother Pica being surprised seeing it earlier. Over bikes, and definitely the jackals as well.
I keep forgetting what it's called.
So that's gonna be a lot of hover bikes if that's really available to any map. So looking at it right now, our team A and team C sharing the same location. Let's see who will be grabbing the first kill or the first blood, just like that. KXPAs, or if I'm seeing it right, KPAs being killed or having some engagement. But right now, our team C SDPAs, oh my god, our team Dopes right here. Marrow is on the move on the high ground advantage once again. They got a complete squad though. Let's see how long are they going to be complete, or there will be the one, or they're going to one to win this battle. So you can see they're really trying to be quiet. They're really not really creating a lot of noises right here, just making sure that they have a perfect angle, having that high ground advantage.
I'm pretty intrigued because, again, I may have predicted that HE might take this, but I do think that Royal's still hot and they have momentum riding on their side. We saw how they managed to rack up a few eliminations, or actually quite a bit of eliminations, and that's a good start, right? So to some of you who do play multiplayer, I'm pretty sure that looked like a familiar sight to you because that was Raid. So this, however, we're not using this part of the map for any of those modes. We're gonna go Battle Royale here, and beautifully done. What an encounter so far by TDC. Xeon, however, all falling victim, and as well as Team Sand. So here we go. Xeon, as we've always talked about, Super Clark. They're a formidable team. They've had a lot of experience in BR. They've had a lot of run-ins with these high octane teams, but it's anybody's game here. You know, if it doesn't favor you at all, where you get off, then you're gonna have to make use of what you have, right? So far, I think utilities they're still very lacking. I mean SH rather, they're still very lacking, or at least their skills are not yet ready for any of those high tension engagements. I would say they still need a lot of looting. So yeah, I don't know what you think about this, but we're getting off to an early start here, and I don't know, man. It's still pretty random at this point. Still a lot to happen.
That is definitely true. In our teammates, our Reborn If I'm seeing it right, there we go. Our reborn having 4 kills right away, and it was really an intense battle. So you can see there's a lot of supply boxes right there, dead bodies on that location, and maybe that's the reason why they just really need to regroup, because I'm seeing 2 soldiers remaining from this teammates. Looking at it, our team D right now, about to use that jackal. Here we go. Really proud to say I love Isha for his IGN. That's going to be our team D. I think from the list, our team D is saying Sogo. Oh
Sige
my
na.
god, what is
You,
going
you guys
on?
have a creative way of going around your clan names, you know that. But you know what? Okay, we'll give you credit. Speaking of, see how red that chopper was. I'm not gonna say anything, but
Right.
it's just in adherence to that clan tag. But I cannot for the life of me say your clan tag so far. I'm so sorry. But moving forward, again, we see a lot of these very slow engagements so far from these teams. Oh my goodness, yes, of course, FHJ coming into play here. Just tries to pick up that jackal, and you know, I'd say Super Clark. Now that I go through it, I think a jackal does suit the BR setting. You know, because
Right.
these some of these locations are actually very militarized if you think about it. So
Correct.
maybe, just maybe, it actually does fit the bill. I'm no longer feel bad, but still seeing boards, right? And hover bikes. Oh man, this is it still puts a bit of doubt in me. But of course, there's a lot that can still happen. A lot of changes that can still transpire. But one shot would not do it. Let's see if RD is going to be able to pin that down. No, not quite. Okay.
All right, but that's really good try though, using that
Yeah.
FSJ and really creating a huge damage using that FSJ on that wings. I call it wings right there because a lot of players using that wings as one of their, I should say, strategies. And looking back to our Team K, they're not yet done with the war. Our Team K once again is our TDC. Far use. Let's see how furious they are. One more shot and he will be out with the use of that AK-47. What a great long range battle, high ground situation being used right there, just to win a gunfight. And just like that, let's see how long is he doing some flank, and with a high ground strategy right here, who knows? And another target, can he make
Really?
it this time? Can he complete it? Oh my god. And that's gonna be a complete squad once again from our Team K TDC. Another one really destroying that flight path.
Get it.
Here we go. Oh, there you go. Really able to destroy it. And that's the reason why he's going to be close to them. That's going to be supply box. And there we go. Another battle going on right now, changing that camera. And that's really something that they really need to fix right there. After getting a kill, it will change to a different team right away. And just like that, our Team F, our Royal Furies, there we go. They're not really showing any slowness at all. They're really being furious. And that's the one that we just saw earlier using that FSJ. And that's the reason why they're targeting that flight path, just because for them to have a close supply box or airdrops that they can use definitely in winning any gunfights. Looking at it, our Team R and Team M really having some engagement right now.
That was insane. You know, it was also funny because I had a huge smile on my face prior to those last few FSJ shots, because they had to peel out of there. Whoever was riding that
Right.
jackal, I actually didn't get to lay eyes on it, but the moment that they had, because you are gonna get alerted once you have a heat seeker headed your way. So beautifully done. You know, at least they got out of they got out of the plane right at the last few seconds. So again, it's very cinematic. You know, whenever that happens, incoming. That's exactly what
Right.
you hear. But again, good stuff we're seeing so far. And some of these teams, again, they're yet to acquire their frags here. I would dare say Super Clark, because again, it's gonna help you a lot when you move higher in the charts, in the placement, because one victory is not all that you need. You can't just hang back and let your teams do the heavy lifting. You also got to put your best foot forward, see what you can pick off. And speaking of picking off, here we go. Sick still trying to see if over this vantage point, if somebody would actually be a good enough casualty to add to the board. A lot of name tags I'm seeing so far, Super Clark. My goodness,
Exactly.
it is a war zone specifically. Oh my goodness.
And that is definitely true, and that's the reason why we just saw earlier a team who is really prioritizing to have an uphill position to where they will have a perfect angle. And looking back to our Team B, Xeon so high, really on fire, but looking or checking out our Team K right now, changing the view already on our Team K. That's really our TDC. Is that it? Yep, TDC Nefarious. They're rocking 13 kills in total. Having some engagement to our Team T Apollo. That's going to be the main team. And there we go, 2v1. Shockwave being activated. And that's the one that I'm talking about earlier, brother. Shockwave, have you seen a vehicle flying out already from that location? That's because of that shockwave, and that's really a great combination. After doing some, after activating that shockwave, an easy kill right away.
My goodness. Okay, that is just that is a scary sight to see, to be honest. Whenever you know that someone's actually a shockwave from your team, you got to make distance, right? We all know this, and for me, I think one of the best counters for shockwave definitely can be rewind. I'd say. Because right as the moment that they do activate shockwave, and you have a few seconds to actually react to it, then there'd be good response, right? There'd be something good that comes out of it. But and ninjas, however, I also saw a good counter from ninjas, because you know how shockwave actually just targets those of you who are nearby. But here we go, Toxie with that Arctic. I haven't seen Arctic in a long time as well, to be honest with you, because as you mentioned, we've had a big change of meta, Super Clark, when it comes to these DMRs or the semi-automatics. Because I do remember a lot of the M21 EBR days.
Right, M21.
It's the EBRs that really did a lot of the work. But of course, not to say that the Arctic still doesn't inflict any damage. And for good reason, Royal still complete here, I would say, Super Clark, with full stack, full utilities, and everything upgraded. They're just gonna weather the storm out, Super Clark. They just need to wait for these other teams to corrode before they go in for the kill.
That is definitely true, and that's the reason why they're using that ORV right now, finding their opponents that they can definitely ambush right here, and having a complete squad. That's going to be something that they can take advantage of. They just really need to be clever on how to use that number of soldiers. But right now, they're really patient, waiting for any airdrops. We are on the mid part of the game right now. We are on the second zone already, and checking out our Team E with the rally card going on right now, roaming around, getting closer to our Team X. XPA's Praetorian. Let's see if they're going to pray to get a win or not, but who knows? Our Team E right here, AVR Infernum, is really having some great clashes, as you can see right there. They're about to face our Sigra Academy, who happens to do their homework already on our first round. Can they push in? But right now they're really trying to get away. Oh my god, they're not really engaging. Maybe they know how powerful their opponents are. Maybe that's the reason why they're not engaging at all. Same thing with our Team T. Apollo Main, looking at it, the only player alive right now, because the three teammates are still in dog tags. So it only means that he just really need to have one mission, is to really grab the dog tag. Oh my god, he is Sports Bike being hit right now, and just like that, being killed with the use of that M4. Another battle going on right here, looking at the map. The only player that I'm seeing alive right now, Nas, and about to get closer to our Team U, Sigra Academy once again. Maybe that's the reason why they're really trying to get away from our Sigra Academy, because they know how prowess they are, how powerful they are, how good they are in having this kind of situation. But right now, looking at it, our Team D, 2 players left, brother.
All right, so I'm trying to piece together how they're gonna go about this. I think it's still pretty early, because one thing that baffles me is the fact that Blackout, and this is one thing I kind of do not like about Blackout personally, is the fact that there are so many open spaces, and there are so many vantage points where you can get fished out. Yes, it kind of has the same composition as Isolated, right? There is a bridge.
Right.
There are a lot of buildings. There are a lot of compounds that you can hide from. But compared to how Isolated is, there are so many areas in Blackout where you actually cannot hide, despite your most valiant efforts. And there are some compounds where once you enter it, and once you get an encounter, you're gonna have a problem, because there are just so few exits that you can go to. Now, I'd say that here on the side of we saw Apollo again, and it was Yuki last remaining, had such a hard time maneuvering or trying to get around the map without being spotted. So it's very dangerous in this sense. Like I said, if you look at the map, folks, there's a lot of greenery. There's a lot of fields. There are a lot of like, I'd say, open spaces again, that you can maneuver in and just loiter, if you may, but not so many to hide. So if say this situation right here from 69, and I'd say once you go for that loot and you have no backup whatsoever, you're an open book. You're basically just laying yourself out for anybody. See how AVR right here, they're trying to stay composed. They're very lacking in utilities, I would say here, Super Clark. So they do need to scavenge a little later on. Should there be a team that becomes careless and they get their resources intact, let's see how they're gonna go from here.
That is definitely true. Being careless. Let's see if there will be any other team being careless right now, so that another team will be getting a lot of resources from that supply boxes. And looking at it, our Xeon 69. I think that's going to be Xeon Napoleon for our team P right here. They got a complete squad. Looking at the map, oh my God, 3 different colors. So that's going to be a chaos right there. Maybe that's the reason why we're seeing a kill right here with a lot of supply boxes with the use of that M4 coming out from our team E AVR Infernum. There we go. If I'm saying it right, here we go. Getting closer right now from our Sigrid Academy. Once again, our Sigrid Academy is still being active. They got a lot of energy right now roaming around the map, and just like that, oh my God, sending, or I should say, Pastor not able to pray that all right there because he is being sent out into the gulag with the use of that M4 once again at the edge of the safe zone, doing some gatekeep, taking that advantage and trying to connect a few shots. You gotta run right there. You were right, brother Pica. And getting a lot of damage, is not able to have some space to run right there. And that's the reason why it's going to be the end game for him. And that's your champion. Our 3 soldiers remaining from our team, our crown champion in our first round. They're definitely having some difficulties as we speak. And that's going to be an uphill battle. Let's see what's going to happen.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I always hate to be a jinx, man. I really don't like speaking in finality up until it happens, and look what happened. that's exactly what's going on here on the side of Team Royal. I'm so sorry. that one's on me, Royal. I don't think you're getting a 2-piece for this one, but here we go. So again, we still have a good amount of teams here. I believe we still have 11 remaining out of the 25 we jumped, and a hefty amount of players as well. We still have, I think, 26 strong, and we're only in stage number 4. So this could go all the way to 7, 6 or 7, and by then this would already be a very tight spot for all these players to go to rotate in. Yep. Here we go. And Sigra also seems to be doing really well. I'd say Super Clark, but there are really other teams so far that we could say which could give them a run for their money. Wow, beautifully done though. And I'll just be very honest here, man. I have no bias now whatsoever. HE I think is gone. So. If memory serves. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to leave the ball in the court.
All right, let's see what's going to happen right there. And I know for a fact that it's going to be, I have to say, early to end the battle. Shockwave being activated. That's the one that I'm talking about. The air shot QQ9 combination of that Shockwave getting that kill coming out from our team C. That's your team Dukes right there. Outside of the safe zone, you got to be aware from your HP right here, the amount of damage that you are getting, just making sure that you have enough for you to be able to somehow be inside of the zone to avoid any further damages. 26. Oh my God, he managed to survive right there. And checking out a team AVR once again. Here we go. They got a complete squad rocking up 12 kills. We still have 5 teams to go. Doing some gatekeep from our champion on our first round. Another target going on. That's going to be our Cloud9. Oh, being annihilated with the use of that AK-47 with a Kobe shot once again. Here we go. How can you survive on that team? And our team K having a complete squad as well. That's your TDC and getting close to our team E. Here we go. AVR against our TDC. Who will grab that win? Who will be able to grab the W from that gunfight? After left AVR. Corner with an AK-47 long range battle. M4 once again. Oh my God, with a combination of XPR 50 right there. And that's the reason why he's being knocked out.
It is down between a TDC, I believe, and F1. If I'm reading that right here, folks. This is going to be an insane final circle because this is quite early. I would also say, Super Clark. We usually see this amount of survival happen, like say what 6th phase maybe. But at this point, they really don't want to prolong this anymore. We do have some people over with good vantage points. Royal still in the running here. They do have. This is another team from Royal, if I recall correctly.
Right.
So this is going to be. Probably just holding the fort for the team. I'm just not so sure how this is going to pan out because with both teams complete, and with a lot of utilities at hand, as well as their charged up class skills. Let's see if this is gonna pan out well. Oh my gosh, here we go. Royal now on the back foot. They have to be super careful, and just like that, TDC closes match number 2 for our squad battle royale. Beautiful stuff here, Super Clark. And again, they are denied entry for their second chicken dinner in a row. So I'd say that was still what a sight to watch.
That is definitely true. Great job, Battle. Congratulations to our Team 11 TDC Nefarious getting the win on our round 2 with the MVP RG having 11 total kills right there. 5 for Kimi-ish. And Zen for 6 and 4 kills for Quarty. And those are the combination of the number of total kills that they have just for them to be crowned as champion. TDC, truly the champion on our round 2. What a great job well done. Having a high advantage going onto the rooftop, showing a lot of aggression right there and being ready to attack our team Royal Esports, Team Furies. And that's the reason why they are really grabbing that W. Great job. Well done. Phenomenal performances. Let's see what's going to happen. Moving on to our round 3. And we will be showing you once again the leaderboards after that. And we're going to take a quick break once again. But before that, let's see if there will be any changes that will happen on to our round 3. What are your thoughts, Brother Pica, on that last gameplay?
Oh, okay. I mean, personally, I think it went by too fast, right? This is just my take. I mean, I'm not one to actually start the timer on that one, but I do think that as early as the 5th phase, there was already a lot of potential for these teams to end each other, especially as there were 3 teams, and they had no choice but to just take these fights head on, because again, there was no more room for compromise. They had to do it. It was either them or me. That I'd say that mentality was really what was gonna come into play over those last few minutes or those last few seconds even for our for the finality of game number 2. Now personally, I think that was Arjo, if I remember correct. RG, I think. RG or Arjo. Yeah, I think it was RG who gave me just quite a bit of a laugh, honestly, in a good way. Simply because he took his sweet time just trying to fish off for that jackal. And he actually did. So, beautiful moment that I could remember. But in terms of gunfights, I'd say a lot of these players were fairly even. It was just really a matter of resources, patience, and most importantly, timing. So, good stuff. I enjoyed what I'm seeing, and we still have a couple more games to go here, Super Clark. So, we won't be how should I say this? Deprived of the action of our squad battle royale.
There you go. That's really a good start, a good gameplay. We're going to come back once again after a quick break. We'll be right back.
Down. Targets in sight. Targets in
Hunter killer.
I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. Take her far from here, to a new life. Humanity is doomed to repeat the same cycles again and again. We will have our perils someday. This I promise you. Die. Take her far from here to a new life. There is no escape.
Targets in sight.
We tied for the lead. Hunter killer.
Targets in sight.
UAV recon ready for deployment. Hunter killer.
Enemy in sight.
Predator missile on standby.
Contact with enemy.
Ma merveilleuse fille Sophie. I'm leaving this message in case, in the event of my death, you will hear many things about me. That I am a murderer, a monster. They may be right. But above all else, I am your father.
Sniper down. Targets in sight. Targets in sight.
Hunter killer.
I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. Die. Take her far from here, to a new life.
And we are back once again. My name is Super Clark. Here, still with me, my brother Pica right here, who witnessed how great the battle was on our round 2. In our TDC, Nefari is getting that W on our round 2 Blackout map. Now, moving on to our round 3, brother. We will be using Isolated, the first map that we just used on our first round to wear our Royal Vitality, winning that round. So they're not able to do a back-to-back though, because TDC stealing that trophy of champion on our round 2, going back to the Isolated. So let's see if they can grab another W. But right now, let's talk about the rankings that we have, or the points that they're definitely having on the 2 previous round, brother.
So yeah, as we mentioned, this is so far on the grounds of a Royal Vitality. So they do have a bit of their subsidiary teams, if I remember right, with Furies, and they also have Kings and Sigrid, who have their own respective points as well, but not for placement. It's still for their frags. So still looking very good, but in front of them, they still have the likes of Xeon Exodus, Xeon Sohai, and Xeon Main, who will, again, I think I would dare say would be in the running for these points, precious points. So we can only award one for these, or I'd say for this big chunk off of this 320,000 COD points. And this is going to be very random for me, Super Clark, because we haven't seen a team right now who can still bag 2 victories at once. So yeah, fingers crossed. I'd say we can call it as it is, but see how they fare this time around as we go back to Isolated. As you said, it was our first map, so maybe, just maybe, they learned their lesson and not to trip on that same stone twice.
That is definitely true. Let's see if the teams will learn the lessons from the experiences that they had from the 2 previous rounds. They just really need to somehow, again, I keep on saying this one, go back to the whiteboard and talk about what are the mistakes that they did on the previous round, so that they won't be repeating it, because it's really vital for them to perform well, so that they will get the 40k COD points at the end of our squad battle royale. And TDC Nefardas, let's see if they can do some back-to-back, because we are moving on to our round 3 Isolated map once again. Or who knows if Royal Vitality will be winning that round once again by having the same map on our round 3. And checking out the flight path, our radar base being shared by our Team G and our Team U at the same time, if I'm not mistaken. Same other teams that we're definitely seeing on the frigid wetland with our Team H and our Team L. Showing you our Team G. That's going to be the first time I'll be seeing once again our Team G. Cloud9, are they going to be in the cloud or not? Because in facing or in front of them, that's going to be our Secret Academy, who happens to have a pro caliber skills. So you got to be careful in facing or going against with our Secret Academy.
We have a full 24 team deployment here, Super Clark. So that's going to be a lot of teams to watch out for.
Right.
And you did say it so yourself that Team Sigra, they play at the highest level, but C9 already drawing first blood here. Got themselves. I'm not so sure if that's one or maybe even 2 eliminations out there, because we're seeing name tags all over the map already. So. Yep, that's both a bait. Oh my goodness, here we go. Beautiful start. But that was a trickster. Oh, I had to say it, Super Clark. I had to say it. Somebody was going to be a trickster one way or the other. And there it is. Sigra putting their names on the board. They did have a 1 knockdown, but again, not enough for this entire team to be eliminated just yet.
That is definitely true, and that's really a great trade-off right there. And I should say a good gunfight coming out from our Secret Academy. And that's the one that I'm talking about. Cloud9 losing that battle right away from our Secret Academy. And checking out our Dream X, that's our team out right there. And our team P, Zeon, Napoleon, about to have a battle to our team 10 TSG Phoenix. Let's see how are going to fly out, because our team Phoenix right there really have wings. They got a complete squad against our Zeon. 2 players remaining right here in this map. And I'm also seeing our team R, who happens to be our Digital Devils Astute. If I am pronouncing it right, I don't know how to pronounce their clan name right there, or team name, but right now we are seeing some engagement in this map. Checking out our Apollo, our team T, Apollo main against our team EAVR, who happens to have their names in the killer feed earlier. So that's the reason why we're seeing some supply box right there, and that's going to be Matt taking that advantage, getting that resources and the supply boxes, and it's going to be a slow face action right now because our Apollo patiently waiting for the 2 players to come back to the game. In no time, they will be doing some regroup.
Truly, and again, these are just some of the zones in isolated that I personally feel would make a really good end of circle, right? So. I don't think that it is going to pan this way. We saw how the flight path went eastward, so
right.
I'd say yeah, this is a good pit stop for a lot of our teams. Let's see how they're going to be able to at least hold this for the time being. And this is another classic spot, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Super Clark, but it definitely is, right? You know for a fact that once you get a hold of these high positions, these high grounds, it's going to give you valuable time for you to draw these teams near you, but. Again, it's never sure, because just like that, here we go. AVR goes for a full flank and just doesn't allow the opposition here to come up with their own plan. And look at this, they're parkouring basically all over this part of the map. They got to be super careful, because should they not succeed in defending this, they're gonna lose all their resources.
That is definitely true, and as you witness right there, that's really a close combat battle with the use of that one top. Aces once again, this time RPD changing that weapon to SMG. Let's see if he can get that kill against our team W. Oh my god, that's gonna be truly chaos battle right there. Another Aces appearing on that killer feed being used to get that kill. That was really a good skill that we are definitely witnessing from the players that we have on our round 3. And checking out our team, and that's your Royal Sigra. They're really having a good opportunities to grab a lot of W's from any gunfights. And going back to our team T, Apollo main once again with their wings, and they're able to do some regroup, as you can see right there, about to upgrade their classes. And that's really a perfect decision to make, because they will help a good advantage in terms of pushing forward or somehow doing some ambush to any opponents that they are about to face. Having a complete squad, that's also one ways of winning the battle. You just need to be clever on how to use that number of soldiers. But that's your team T. By the way, Apollo main with the wings right here, and the only thing that they're about to do right now is find a lot of intel, and just like that, seeing their opponents in the air and going back to our team U, Sigma Academy once again, who happens to have 3 kills right away and about to do some ambush from one of the players of our Royal close combat riding. Oh my God, sliding in already. One tap, can he do it? Oh, Pastor with the KRM kill. Can you imagine that one? That was really freaking phenomenal movement right there, using that KRM.
Yes, as much as it pains me, but you know, like, definitely gotta give the credit there to Pastor, man. Okay, beautifully done. All right, so again, KRM, a very devastating beast in his own right. So, you know what? Okay, slow clap. I'll give it that, but no discredit to Pastor. Obviously, beautiful kill, beautiful frag, and that puts another point on the board. Now here we go. Let's take a look real quick at how Xeon's doing, because there are a lot of subsidiaries, right? We mentioned that Xeon does have a lot of divisions that they can boast, and they have 3 of them here. But so far, Xeon has they have the luxury of keeping vehicles for their own, and it's safe to say that vehicles, of course, in BR they prove to be absolutely useful. Whether it's a motorcycle, whether it's a board, whether it's a bike, so on and so forth. When it comes to closing distances, especially if the circle does not favor you entirely. So speaking of circle not favoring, this has to be a bit of a run on the side of Royale, because again, not only are they taking gunfights here, but the zone is closing them in here, Super Clark. Woo!
That is definitely true, and that's the one that we just saw right there. Our Royal getting another kill. That's with T-Man Royal Cigarette outside of the zone, getting a lot of damages, but you got to be careful while repairing the armor, because our Cigarette kept showing a lot of aggression right there. You gotta be careful with our Sigma Academy, because they're definitely doing their homework for this round. And there you go with a Jackal combination and an AK-47. Oh my God, how can you survive? There's gonna be another chaos that we are definitely seeing right now from our team B. Xeon so high against our Dream right here. That's gonna be the perfect chance for our Dream to showcase how good they are. And the reason why there's a lot of teams right here, because of the arsenal. They just really wanted to make sure that they can have their own loadout, so that they will have a great confidence level to attack their opponents. And that's the reason why we are seeing a lot of teams right there are sharing the same location in Dream. I haven't seen how good they are performing on the 2 previous rounds, but this might be their opportunity to showcase how good they are. Can they get a kill? Can they annihilate our Xeon so high? Because I am only seeing 1 player right there from our Dream. Oh, 2 players right now that I'm seeing from our Dream, and that's going to be Asta and Disable, if I'm reading it right. Yeah, I think that's going to be Disable right there. And our Xeon, oh my God, there you go. I was right. Disable. I'm getting a lot of damages. Oh my God. With the use of that Sylvie trying to get away, he has a lot of spaces right now to do some reset. He got it and able to survive. And another battle going on right now, brother. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of new name tags really occurring here. I kind of find it worrisome, because we're only at, like, this is stage 2, and we are down to half of the teams that have already deployed, still 41 players strong. Let's see how the rest of this is going to go, because again, you can't afford to be too careless here on Isolated. Not to mention, you are a frag, you are going to be a point for the opponent if you do overextend, or if you become a little hasty. Now, I'd say it's still not as painful to take for the safe zone. As soon as it chases you, it's still okay. Some of these teams can actually still withstand that, but the problem here is, where is the circle gonna land, right? Where is that final circle going to take place, and how are they gonna deal with that? Because we've seen very bad water encounters. I would say, Super Clark, if you either land on a spot without any cover, or worse, you're in the water, you're somewhere near a body of water, then it's going to turn the tides completely. Now, here we go. Summit's still looking pretty strong. Apollo has the same. Let's see if they're going to be the final, at least within the final 4 here, Super Clark, because we've seen how the other teams have also tried to power through, but just fell a bit short, especially the lower half of our standings. I'd say by, say top 16 onwards, it's already a hard journey for them.
Hard journey to different teams. That is definitely true, because right now they got I should say 6 kills in total right now from our Royal, which is our champion in our first round. They're definitely having some challenges right now to somehow duplicate their performances. Even if we are back in isolated map, and there you go, high ground advantage, trying to connect some few shots. Can he make it? Can he destroy, disable? Can he disable it? Here we go, sliding in with a great move, and that's a huge damage with the use of that M4 and a combination of S36 coming out from Saul. That's really a great teamwork right there, and that's the reason why it was really an easy kill from our Apollo main, getting that ambush. Great job, well done. That's gonna be our team right there, and I think we're gonna move on to a different team to where we can see some action. Going back to our Royal once again. In front of them would be our team Falcons. Let's see if our team Falcons will be making it to our Royal Esports, and just like that, they got a high ground advantage. XBR once again being used, but not able to connect a few shots. And can he create a huge damage right now? That's gonna be an open area battlefield. Oh my god, what a zigzag move coming out from our team Falcons right there. The only target that we are definitely seeing coming out from our team Royal. But do not forget, I'm still seeing right now the players coming in from our Sigra. That's going to be our Sigra Academy once again. And let's see what's going on in the black market. And going on to the uphill from our Royal Esports, and they're about to chase the players remaining. I'm saying 2 different colors in front of our Royal. That's your Sigra Academy and our Team Falcons.
And this is quite interesting, I would dare say, Super Clark, because again, they are in the chasing. They have to make. There it is. I was about to say their enemy right now is not only trying to shoot at them, but they're also trying to escape. Just head to this playable zone. So at some point, it's a double-edged sword that they have to overcome. They have to make it out of there untouched, or at least without any significant casualties. But maybe, just maybe, knowing how these problems can keep racking up. See how they have to make it inside the playable zone, but there's an entire squad. Actually, scratch that, squads just headed their way, or ready to pick them off one by one, should they be a bit greedy. Now, again, this is at 3rd stage, so what that means is you can still kind of take the Blue Reaper. You wanna be able to have at least enough utilities for you to survive while you're outside. So here we go. TDC, however, still untouched and still racking up these frags, Super Clark. Let's see how far they can push for our game number 3.
How far can they push? Another push that we are definitely seeing right now from our TDC against our Team V Invicta. Can they make it? Can they be able to grab the W from that gunfights? And showing you another action from our Team Royal Esports Vitality. Can they be vital from this gameplay against our Team Falcons? Jacto being used coming out from our Summit. Great job, well done right there. And Zen, the only player that I'm seeing with us, Snowbird, really trying to get away, really trying to avoid any bad situation, but he is still being chased by the players of our Team V, Team Invicta right here. Can they make it? Can they ambush Zen? Is this going to be the end game for Zen or not? Because he's the only player alive right now, and the only mission that he has is to grab the dog tags of his teammates. With the Snowbee, on the other hand, from our Summit right here, Penny, maybe that's the reason why they're really trying to do their best in chasing our Team K, but right now they are really changing their target. Maybe they're being tired chasing our Team K right there, and checking out another team for our Dream X in front of them. That's your Team Sand. That's your team as Team Arrows right there. Let's see how are they going to perform. Can they get a kill this time? Because right now I am seeing they got 8 kills in total. It only means that they're really having a good start, doing some long range shot, huge damage, 2v2 situation. Can they get a kill? Can they win this fight? Here we go, pushing forward with the use of that Snowbee. Another XPR coming out from our Esports, finally getting another kill and going back and coming back to the same battle. Dream against Summit. Can they dream about winning this fight against Summit? And here we go. Oh my god, there you go, uphill battle. V1 situation, doing some rewind. Jacto once again being used to get that kill. That was really freaking insane. Unbelievable, brother. That's the one that I am hearing from you right now. Watching the battle is right here, and that's why they're really freaking good. They're rocking a 12 kill total while patiently waiting for the teammate to come back to the game.
Disable was one of the casualties that we had earlier, but yes, after that revive, beautiful stuff that we're seeing. And now on their way back to the playing field, Habibi and Kisai, if I'm reading that right. Let's see how they're gonna regroup. Let's see how they're gonna go across this entire predicament once again, because we are now at stage number 4, and there's still a handful of teams here. There's still 9 Super Clark, so that can only mean one thing: absolute havoc. So here we go. Summit's still alive, still really looking strong. Dream, I can say the same, and with a full stack as well of their skills, of their class skills, ready to go. And the perfect use of, I'd say, rewind over there. It got me a bit.
Right.
It got me a bit confused because I thought that there was actually a bit of a ping spike, but just as I look at the skill, it really was the use of rewind. Beautifully done. Now here we go. Habibi still on a tear, and this is someone who just got back, by the way. Super Clark. Habibi was just revived, so beautiful pickoff. And again, there it is. They just another day at the office. Let's see how they're gonna go about this with 9 more teams, 22 players remaining. That's still a lot of work to be done here, Super Clark.
That is definitely true. A lot of work needs to be done, and just like that, we are seeing another a nice season right there. XBR being used, use damage, cracked out this, another cracked out this, but not able to complete that kill though. He just really needs to do the miracle work to connect his shot using that XBR. He is definitely praying right now to connect his shot, but not able to completely kill. And another cracked out this. Oh my God! Using that XPR, and another one, Jax getting that kill using that RPD and checking out what is going on with our Dream with a high ground combination right there.
Okay.
High ground advantage. Can they destroy that vehicle? And a lot of cloud smoke being thrown in front of them. Oh, getting that kill.
What is
With the
going
use of
on,
that AK-47, adding more kill. They're really going crazy right now. Our Dream really dreaming on this battle because they are definitely having 17 kills in total. Can you imagine that one? That's how crazy they are, and in front of them and close to them as well, another team that they can do some ambush. That's your Apollo main team. Surprise attack, doing some rewind once again.
My
Huge
goodness.
damage, doing some gatekeep. Jackal once again being used. Oh my God, that is definitely something else. Our
Okay.
Dream is really a different team right now. 2v1 outside of the zone. Huge damage, getting another kill. Oh my God, what is definitely going on,
All right.
brother? That's gonna be our team Dream, and our team Apollo really need to catch up.
Saul needs to channel his inner survivalist here, because this is not looking good. Being the sole survivor off of Team Apollo with only 5 teams remaining, this is a tall order, for anybody, especially if you're the last man standing. Even as a ninja, all you got to do right now, I would dare say, is just to stay hid. Make sure you stay low, not allow these teams to pick
Right.
you off for a free frag, because that is definitely going on the points. Now, let's talk about these remaining teams. TDC, once again here, I think aiming to show us, aiming to prove a statement here, Super Clark, that they can make this happen the second time in a row. But with Dream, again, you said it so yourself, it has become a nightmare already after losing a couple players, but still kicking, still punching back. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. TDC, I think we're being denied here, Super Clark. This might not be a repeat. And let's see how these last 3 teams are gonna take on this circle, which is absolutely out in the open. My goodness.
Wow.
This is gonna hurt. This is gonna be a problem, Super Clark. Let's see which between Royale, Xeon S, and Dream will keep their momentum.
That is definitely true. Momentum is the key, but our Dream right now having the advantage. Long range battle, Zian so high,
Last
being
2.
annihilated right there. 2 teams to go. Let's see how it goes. Our Team F still alive and really showing that they're really about to win this battle. But our Dream, this gonna be their dream though. They just really wanted to be crowned as champion. Long range battle. Oh my God, what a view coming out from our mission control shack with being activated, coming out from our Royal Esports, and 2 players that I'm seeing going into the close combat.
Dream?
Jackal being
Is it
used,
Dream?
and there we go. Oh
It is!
my God, congratulations, and we have a winner. That's gonna be our Dream getting that win, getting the dream done on our round 3.
All Right, absolutely realized. Now the bigger question now, Super Clock, is how many frags did they bag after that spectacular performance? Because that is gonna come into play here to rival those who have already won both games 1 and 2. Okay, here. This is the absolute answer. Hey,
Wow.
there we go. Got them buffs going. Okay, beautiful stuff. Thank you for showing us the camera here, Prod. Appreciate that. So, and of course, that's what it's about. It's not Kodemo ako, it's Kodem Atako. Hey, yes.
Oh, hey, let's
Hey.
go, baby time, but do not be on A.
Okay, don't get too carried away. Yeah,
No.
definitely. You got some work to do, but congratulations, of course, a team dream. Keeping that dream alive, I would dare say, all pun intended. But again, the bigger question, as we said a while ago, Super Clark, are they going to be able to top the charts after those first 2 games from the previous team? So here we go. Dream, again, for game number 3. We still have one more in isolated. Let's see how later, as we view through the leaderboards or the charts, how they fared.
That is definitely true. Is this going to be a good progress from their rankings? Who knows? We might be telling the scores on our round 3 so that in no time we will be starting our round 4. It was really a huge gameplay and a different strategies being used by Dream, because if you think about it, if you remember it correctly from the 2 previous rounds, they're not able to perform well. Maybe they're just warming up. Maybe they're just wanting to see the picture of their bebe or girlfriends. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. That's really a great buff
Oh,
being
there.
used by Dream right there. And that's the reason why Asta having the MVP, having
go.
12 kills in total. Can you imagine that one? That's
Mm.
how crucial it is. That's how crazy they are. And that's how phenomenal performances that they are really doing on our round 3. Let's see if they can be consistent. Who knows if they will be able to do some back-to-back, because on our round 4, Brother Pica, I think we're going to go back to Blackout map, which is the bigger map compared to Isolated.
And what better way to end our supposed 4 games than with Blackout? Again, very dangerous map. We saw how cautious, how careful these players had to be just so they could survive that map. But again, as I pointed out earlier, these frags, man, these kills, these eliminations are what make the biggest difference when it comes to their placement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to have to keep you waiting for so long, but we have to regroup, and so should you. This is going to be one heck of a finale here for the Garena Esports Day 2023 Squad Battle Royale. Pika and Super Clark will return. Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back.
Humanity is doomed to repeat the same cycles again and again. We will have our perils someday. This I promise you. I die. Take her far from here to a new life. There is no escape.
Targets in sight.
We tied for the lead. Hunter killer ready for deployment.
Targets in sight.
UAV recon ready for deployment. Hunter killer.
Enemy in sight.
Predator missile on standby.
Contact with enemy.
I'm leaving this message in case, in the event of my death, you will hear many